healthcare leading the conversation going into the re-election and things like that. Did you see the announcement from Google last week? Google is restricting political ads on their platform.
I did not see that.
Which means that they're also restricting political ads on YouTube.
Interesting.
So for anyone who doesn't understand how the ads work, is
like Facebook does.
Yep, you're able to go into a platform like Google through Google AdWords, and you're able to create a campaign as a marketer. So if you want to advertise your consulting company, any business that you want, you're able to go in and kind of select the audience. You select the region geographically where you want to place the ad, but all these platforms also collect political preferences, right? So you're able to say, I want to go towards a more conservative group or people who are registered Democrats or whatever, and you're able to create an ad that you want to target just to people who lean a certain direction politically.
Right.
Google completely scrapped that and said you can, if it's political content, you can send it out to male, female, you can send it to certain age groups, but you can no longer look at the political preferences of a certain audience.
Wow.
Here's another thing they removed. So you have this feature called matched audiences where you're able to upload an email list.
Sure.
And specifically send certain content to people whose emails you've collected. Now, a lot of these campaigns, think about it, when you support any politician, they'll collect your email. They have these rosters and these large lists of their supporters. So what this has allowed people to do is you can spread propaganda or the truth. I mean, you got to give both sides credit.
You can spread whatever
information, but you're able to say, okay, well, these people live on the border and they believe a certain thing. We're going to send them something false about immigrants.
Sure.
And we have their email addresses, and you can target those people specifically. Not anymore. You can't do that, not with political content, on Google at least.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because you had all of this Russia meddling with Facebook and things like that.
Well, you've seen the stuff with Facebook. You've experienced it. Like if you're going to run anything that's even, because one of the companies we own together does ACA reporting service. And so it obviously does ACA reporting because it's considered ACA, that equals Obamacare, and Obamacare equals Obama, and Obama equals politics.
Right.
So if you're going to run an ad on Facebook, you have to send in what's your license, and I think another identification, and then corporate documents, and then they send you a letter to determine whether or not you're actually real, and you have to get a code, and you have to type that code in, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you have to prove that you are who you say you are, and you live within the United States where you say you live.
Right.
But Facebook is still going to allow you to use the information they collect on someone politically if you go through that process.
I know when I went through it, I mean, it was tough. I mean, I put in my license, put in my address, Moscow. They mailed me my they mailed me my thing, and I typed it in from Moscow. I visited Ukraine in the process. I think it was there with my laptop. I did it from Ukraine. Typed.
I asked the Ukrainian president for a favor.
Right. It really wasn't a favor. Not if he wanted his military aid.
Yeah,
it really wasn't a favor.
Yeah, I told him he'd get his aid.
A buddy of mine, Rudy, told me he wanted me to meet with this dude.
Mr. Giuliani gave me a call.
Yeah, Mr. G.
Yeah,
G Money.
Yeah, I got a message from Mr. Giuliani.
so he says, give him the stuff, and you'll get the money to fight off the Russians.
So Facebook still lets you run the ads, but check this out. Google was sly because Google made the announcement right before the Democratic debate because they knew they were going to talk about it. They got free publicity, and they brought it up during the debate. Right? So smart. So I also looked into the other social media platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So Instagram and Facebook are one and the same. Snapchat, let me think. Snapchat says they're going to moderate. They're going to moderate the content. So they will review the content, and only content they approve can go out.
Wow.
And here's the kicker. Twitter says no political content. Yet the president of the United States.
What?
Right. So Twitter says no political content.
Twitter is a genius company.
Yes. Yeah. So Trump just uses Twitter
Wow.
all day. And I thought that was pretty odd.
That's really odd.
Yeah.
Like, what does that even mean?
But think about how this impacts it.
Can you do separate ads or only tweets on Twitter?
I don't know. I don't even know because I don't use Twitter. There's enough of the Twitter headlines in CNBC in the morning and Politico and all these.
Did you ever see the South Park episode where Donald Trump was tweeting to North Korea? It is so worth looking up. It is very good.
I'm pretty sure I saw it.
We definitely can't talk about it. I mean, we could, but to our detriment.
Yeah. Here's something that I thought about with political campaigns is each one of these people running have a certain amount of money they can spend on these types of ads.
Yeah.
Right. But Donald Trump has the entire Republican Party.
Right.
So all of the money that can be pulled together for the entire party, he can.
Right.
So he's able to run these ads, and I mean he's been campaigning since day one, since getting office. Can't take that from him. That guy doesn't stop working.
Yeah, I know.
And so the Democrats are all spread out, and at this point in time, trying to go in the primary, they're fighting against each other.
I guess that's probably what Bloomberg is thinking by running. It's like, I got $50 billion. I don't care.
Just pump some money in there.
I can't spend it anyway.
How many Facebook ads can you
See how
run?
many people I can get to like me for $1 billion.
Yeah. I mean, I did the math today. If you want 4 million people in your state to see you and you have $100,000, you can do that. You can run Google ads. I don't know if they'll be individual people, but you can get 4 million views on anything you want to make for $100,000.
Question is, are you likable?
Yeah, people might hate you.
Right.
But they'll know you. They'll recognize you.
Yeah, that's true.
I was just thinking that's pretty powerful for anyone who wants to do it. If they have the money, they can do that. Just spend the money, film themselves doing anything, crushing that can on your head.
Right.
Spend $100,000, and you'll put that in front of an audience of millions. Yep. That's where we are.
It's pretty amazing.
It is pretty crazy. I was like, man, you can imagine if you just selected a region for the ad where you just wanted to choose the state you're in. Let's just say if you're in Maine, and you just want to send it to millions of people in Maine.
It's crazy. I mean, everything is crazy.
Uh-huh.
Have you done Disney Plus? Have you done that?
Oh, we just read